badger meets it head-on, twisting and pushing with every ounce of its strength. The fight turns chaotic. Bodies collide in the dust.
Hyena guards the front. One stays near the rear. One widens the circle. The badger refuses to give them a clean opening.
Silent and alert, the honey badger continues forward. Tension builds in the dust.
A honey badger moves through the grass with its nose low and its mind fixed on one scent. It stops. It checks the wind. It moves again. The trail leads to a fresh carcass. The badger circles once, studies the open ground, and begins to feed. For a few quiet moments, the meal belongs to the smallest scavenger on the plain. Then the grass shifts. A spotted hyena steps out of the haze. It does not rush, it simply watches. The honey badger lifts its head and turns. The meal is no longer private. Now the badger stands in the center of a widening ring, keeping the carcass between itself and every approach. The hyenas test the space. The badger answers with short charges. No one wants the first costly mistake. Another hyena appears.
The badger moves closer, eyes locked on the prize. The hyenas shift their weight, watching every step. Suddenly, the standoff breaks. The badger lunges forward with surprising speed. It targets the legs of the nearest hyena, biting hard and pushing back with raw determination. The hyena recoils. Dust explodes around them. More hyenas close in from the sides. The badger finds itself surrounded, yet it refuses to yield. It turns and strikes again, jaws snapping at legs and flanks, forcing the larger predators to give ground. The hyenas growl and circle. One lunges forward. The badger meets it head-on, twisting and pushing with every ounce of its strength. The fight turns chaotic. Bodies collide in the dust. The badger whirls with the impact, but quickly regains its footing. It keeps attacking, biting at legs, driving the hyenas back step by step.
Above them, the sky starts to move as well. A white-backed vulture begins to circle. Now the pressure comes from the ground and the air at the same time. The badger understands something important. It cannot guard everything. The hyenas spread out. They hold distance. They wait for one bad step. The badger keeps turning. It snaps at one hyena. One hyena guards the front. One stays near the rear. One widens the circle. The badger refuses to give them a clean opening. It keeps moving. It keeps biting at the air. It keeps the pressure from settling. Then the badger makes a choice. It grabs the small piece firmly in its jaws and runs.
The hyenas are larger, but the badger is fearless. It uses its low stance and powerful jaws to create space. Every clash sends dust into the air. Every bite is met with resistance. The badger holds his ground near the carcass, refusing to let the hyenas take full control. The honey badger keeps pushing. It bites again and again, forcing the hyenas to retreat and regroup. One hyena tries to circle behind. The badger spins and meets it with another fierce challenge. The dust rises thick around them. The confrontation shows no sign of ending quickly. The badger's courage turns the encounter into something extraordinary. It will not back down. Even when the pressure increases, it keeps fighting, biting at legs and pushing the hyenas away from the carcass. Slowly, the balance shifts. The hyenas begin to hesitate. The badger seizes the moment. It grabs a piece of meat and starts to move. In the distance, a cheetah appears on the edge of the scene, silent and alert. The honey badger continues forward, carrying what it has claimed through sheer boldness and refusal to surrender.